Right. So now we are at the fifth session, which is about making of an astrological chart or introduction, basic introduction of an astrological chart, like how these houses are represented and all, as seen from uh, what these houses represent, and that is seen from like this. This session, then this is what we are going to understand today. Okay. To understand that as we are in the very initial steps, initial stages of learning astrology, I'm trying to take like baby steps. Okay. So this session will be only about the houses. Okay. And we will not talk about signs or planets or something. Okay, how ascendant comes. Okay, how we decide someone's ascendant and all. That may be the next session or on Monday. I will record it because that will require a little bit more of an esoteric knowledge plus some knowledge about Kundalini. Then we can understand like how a sign gets placed over a house, and then how a sign represents something, how some planets represent something, then how some houses represent something. So this is something we will understand going forward. This session is purely on astrological chart. Okay, the houses and all. Okay. So this is like the normal astrological chart in the North Indian style looks like. Okay. There are many ways of representing chart. Again, the things can be represented in many ways. Okay, and it depends on like what system you follow, what culture you come from. Every culture, every system has its own ways of presenting things. So again, it is not about who is right, who is wrong, where how you are comfortable, how with which system you feel comfortable. So I feel comfortable representing chart like this. This is like basic North Indian chart, but there are like South Indian charts also, which are represented by square shapes. This is called diamond shape. Okay, as we can see diamonds. The houses are like diamond shape, but there is something like South Indian chart, which is square shaped. There is this round shaped chart of tropical astrology. So it depends on you, whichever way you feel comfortable, you can understand through that way. I feel comfortable this way. Okay, because this is how I started learning. So this is like in the my roots. Okay. Uh, so what is this like all these like boxes and these numbers? Okay, we call them, understand, it is nothing but the picture of the sky at the time of your birth. Your astrological chart is nothing but picture of the sky at the time of your birth. So understand it like this. Whole sky is 360-degree. Okay, and we have 12 houses from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Okay, 360-degree divided by 12, what is left is 30-degree. If I divide 360-degree by 12, 30-degree. So every house is 30-degree long in Vedic astrological system. Inside real system, every house, every sign, every zodiac sign is 30-degree long. Okay, 30 into 12 is 360. So this makes the whole of the sky. All the 12 houses combined together, they make the whole of the sky. There are many systems where you will find houses and signs either more than 30 degrees, less than 30 degrees. Like there is this Cook system, okay, which gives this concept of interception and all. This is like deeper concept where we come to know that in like tropical zodiac also the one house or one sign can be larger than 30 degree, one house or one sign can be shorter than 30 degree. Okay, so this is another way of understanding, but obviously the total will always be 360 degree because the sky cannot be more than 360 or less than 360. So every house is 30 degree long, and that's where that's how we need to count. And counting always begins from this house where I have written one. This is always the first house. Okay. This is always the first house depending on your ascendant. There can be some other number written, but it will always remain the first house. Okay, like I'm a Scorpio ascendant, so for me, 8th number can be written because Scorpio is 8th number sign. So 8th number can be written in my first house, but it will always remain the first house, no matter which number is written. Okay, and counting will begin from here. Okay, anti-clockwise direction. This will be the first house, this will be the second house, this will be the third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house, eighth house, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, 12th. Now, every house represents some things related with your life or some people related with your life. Okay. Either it can represent things or it can represent people. Now, how they divided this representation into houses and all, this we will discuss on Monday. Okay, how someone can decide that first house will represent this or second house will represent this, or in the signs, Leo sign will represent this, or Scorpio sign will represent that, or among planets, Sun will represent this, or Mars will represent that. How someone is deciding it, how and why we should why should we be believing into it. So this is something which requires more esoteric knowledge and more knowledge about Kundalini, the chakras, that we will talk on Monday. Okay, as I said, this is about the basics of the horoscope, the houses. So this is like every house is 30 degree long in the Vedic system, and every house represents certain things in your life. Okay. Now it is like as I said, the sky is 360 degree round, and they divided sky into 12 different parts. It is like this. Okay, they divided, they means ancient astrologers, sages, they divided sky into 12 different parts, or we can say they divided human life into 12 different parts. Okay, and they gave the representations as per like various activities we go through in life. So one house may represent family life, other house may represent relationship life, and the third house may as the there is another house which may represent your creativity, education and all. So this is how they divided. In a way, they divided human life into 12 different parts. Okay, so for the beginning, this much is enough. That there is this chart which is divided into 12 houses. Counting of houses always begins from here, regardless of what is the number written. It is always from the upper center box. It is like always the first house, then second house, then third house, then fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house. So it goes into anti-clockwise direction. Okay. Now all these houses are divided into many categories. Okay. Uh, let me Right. So first category is always like most important houses are considered as Kendra houses. Kendra houses. What are Kendra houses? First house, fourth house, seventh house, tenth house. The inner four, we can say inner houses. Okay, inner four houses are named as Kendra houses. Okay, why they are Kendra houses? They are considered as the pillar of your life. Okay, pillars of your life. Why they are considered as pillars? What is so important? Understand. What is first house? First house is self. Okay, it represents many other things, but for now, let's understand first house represents self. Okay, the person himself. I am the most important person in my life. If I'm not there, nothing else matters. So first house is self. Okay. So first house is important. Fourth house is home, mother. Tenth house is your work, father. And seventh house is your relationship partner. Okay. If we see majority of our life revolves around these four houses. Either we are dealing with ourselves, or we are dealing with our home and mother, or we are dealing with our work and father, or we are dealing with our relationship partner. Okay. Majority of our life, 90% of our life goes into this situation, like dealing with these people in life. So their support is very necessary if someone wants to prosper in life. Support from home is very necessary. Support from work is very necessary. Mother and father, obviously, parents' support is very necessary. And your relationship partner support is very necessary for you to prosper in life. Okay. So that is why they are considered as the pillars of your chart. Just understand, like if a child is born and unfortunately he is an orphan, he or she is an orphan, what we can expect? If that child bring a goes up to become a celebrity figure, it is okay, exceptional case. Okay, but generally, if a child is born orphan and he has no support system and all, what we can expect from that child? Okay, we cannot expect that. Depends on the child's willpower and courage. Okay, I'm not saying that he cannot become a big figure, like known figure and all, but possibilities become very less. Okay, that's why like we need support of these people. Okay, your parents support, also your relationship partner support. Suppose I want to do something new in my career and all, and if my relationship partner is not supportive towards it, there is a big possibility I may not be able to do that particular. Okay, so that is why these are called pillars of your chart. These are the central pillars of your chart. Okay, we are not going to go into this discussion. What if this planet is here, or what if that planet is here? That is like far away. We are, as I said, we are just taking the baby steps. So this is the first thing. Kendra houses. They are the like pillars of your chart. Then the next one is Trikona houses. Okay. Trikona houses is like first house, fifth house, ninth house. Trine. Okay. Trikona means trine or triangle. Okay. So it is making a triangle. First, fifth, and ninth. These are the called the Trikona houses. Okay. They are the facilitators. Okay. They facilitate you. Okay. First, fourth, seventh, tenth is like pillars. First, fifth, ninth are kind of facilitators, supporters. Okay. Understand what is common here? First house. First house is common. First house is also your Kendra house. Well, first house is also your Trikona house. Again, the reason is that first house itself, you are the most important person in your life. That is why first house is also the most important house on the chart, because it represents the native himself. If he is not here, what matters? Okay, then nothing else matters. Neither home matters, nor property matters, nor work or recognition matters. Nothing matters. Okay, so that is why first house becomes the most important. Now, what does it mean to be facilitator or supporter? Okay, as I was saying, suppose like there is a child who has no support coming from parents, and there is a person who has no support coming from relationship partner. Then is he doomed for life? No, he is not doomed for life. Then he can focus on fifth house and ninth house. Okay, what are these houses? Fifth house is the house of your education and creativity. Ninth house is the house of your higher education. Okay. So this person should focus on his education. If no one is supporting me, at least I can educate myself. If no one is supporting me, then at least I may have some creative talent which I can work on, and I can live a good life on base of that creative talent. Okay, so that is why fifth house is creativity, education, ninth house higher education. Person should work on these things so that he can still live a good life. Okay, if support from parents and family are coming, great. If support from relationship partner is coming, great. But if it is not available, then at least focus on your creative pursuits, focus on your education and higher education, then things can be like better. So it is not that if my Kendra houses are not supportive, then okay, I'm doomed for life. It is nothing like that. I can focus on fifth and ninth house related activities, and I can have a good life for myself. Okay. So first categorization is of Kendra house, second categorization of Trikona house. Okay. Kendra houses are 1, 4, 7, 10. Trikona houses are 1, 5. Oh. Then there are some Dushtana houses. Dushtana houses are 5th house, 8th house, 12th house. Okay. Dushtana means evil. Okay. If we just translate, want to translate it in English, then it is like evil houses. So 6th house is considered as Dushtana, 8th house is considered as Dushtana, 12th house is considered Dushtana. Okay. Why they are called Dushtana houses? They represent some difficulties in life. Okay, they represent some obstacle in life, or we want, if we want to like accept the difficulty or obstacle, then we can say they represent some challenges in life. Okay, they have their own importance. Okay, they are called Dushtana or evil because we don't want to face challenges in life, we don't want to face difficulties in life because of our perspective or our perception. We name them as Dushtana, as the evil houses. They have their own importance. Okay, I don't consider any house as Dushtana, as evil. Every house has its own importance. Sixth house has its own importance, eighth house has its own importance, 12th house has its own importance. Okay, why they are considered Dushtana? Just like a simple, like introductory part. Fifth house represents all the obstacles we face in our life. Okay, like suppose I have an interview this morning and I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling feverish and all. This is like that fever is like an obstacle for my interview. Okay, so any kind of obstacle you face in life, it can be health issues, it can be loans, it can be litigation, it can be conflicts. Any kind of obstacles are seen from the sixth house. Okay, eighth house represents the sudden events. Anything happens suddenly. Okay, anything which happens all of a sudden is like eighth house. like accidents, injuries, or surgeries and all. Major surgeries are seen from the eighth house. Okay, it is the house of death and rebirth. Okay, so this is also like a reason why this eighth house is considered as like a difficult house, the Sthana house. Then 12th house is the house of your losses and expenses normally, okay, or wherever you feel lost, okay. Like suppose like I'm putting so much effort in something and nothing is working out, okay, I will feel lost in that activity, okay. Suppose I'm trying to sell a property and I'm trying for 5 years and all, and you will see these kind of cases very normal. People are trying to sell off their properties for like 5 years, 10 years, and despite all the advertisement, despite all the marketing and all, it is not getting sold out. So all the time and effort you put there is a matter of loss. Okay. So 12th house is another like house related house which is Dushtana, considered as Dushtana because it represents your losses. Okay. It also represents your expenses and also and other things also, which we will slowly. So if you see these three houses, 6, 8, 12, they represent difficulties basically. They represent some obstacles in life, difficulties, challenging times, because we don't want to face challenges. An ordinary human being doesn't want to face challenges. That's why we named them as Dushtana. I personally don't think that any house is evil house. Every house has its own importance. Your difficult times also give you the biggest learnings. Your most challenging times teach you the best lessons. Okay, so I feel like this. If we have to compare that which house is most to the Dushtana, most evil, then it is the eighth house. Okay, eighth house is the house of sudden events. Okay, understand it like this. Sixth house represents your loans. Okay, if I'm taking a loan, I can prepare for it. Okay, okay, I'm taking this loan for like 10 years down the line. How I will pay it? I can prepare myself. I can like make my planning and all, and I can pay my loan. Okay, accordingly. 12th house is your losses, expenses. Okay, I know that. Okay, 5 years down the line, I may have this major expense coming. Okay, maybe for higher education for my child, or maybe for anything else. Maybe I may buy a property. So let's start saving from now onwards. Okay, so this is why like I can manage my losses and expenses also. But eighth house represents your sudden events, it represents your accidents. Okay, so how you are going to plan for it? Okay, you cannot plan for any sudden event, it happens suddenly. That is why it is called sudden event. So eighth house uh, becomes the most Dushtana, most evil, because you cannot prepare for you cannot prepare for eighth house event. It may happen any day. Okay, so many astrologers also say that eighth house is the unpredictable house. You cannot predict because it is the house of secrecy. Secrecy cannot be predicted. If it is predicted, then it is no more a secrecy. Okay. So this is also like why the another categorization of houses. So first categorization was Kendra houses, first 4, 7, 10. Another categorization was like Trikon houses, first, fifth, 9. Another third categorization we just studied is like 6th, 8th, and 12th, the Dushtana houses or evil houses. Then there are some Upacha houses. Upacha means one which grows with time. Okay, one which like improves with time. So these are called Upacha houses. These are 3, 6, 10, 11. Okay. 3, 6, 10, 11. Third house is Upacha house. Sixth house is Upacha house. 10th house is Upacha house and 11th house is Upacha house. Okay. So 6th house becomes Upacha plus Dusthana both. Okay. Now, why these houses are called as Upacha houses, or houses which grow with time or which gives you improved results with time? It is because of the things they represent. Understand? Third house represents your willpower and courage. It represents your communications. Okay. Your communications improve with time. When I write my first letter or first application, it may be the worst application in the world. Then I work on my written communication and then I improve. Likewise, my willpower and courage improve with time. The more challenges I face, the more situations I face in life, it improves with time. With time, I can be more courageous, more like strong-willed and all. Okay. Sixth house is your, as we discussed, is your obstacles. Okay. Your ability to deal with your challenges in life improves with time. Okay. When I first time face a situation, difficult situation in my life, I mean, I have no idea how to deal with it. But when I face it 10th time, I have very clear idea how to. Okay. So the ability to deal with your obstacles also improve with time. 10th house is your career. Okay. Your career improves with time, career authority and recognition. It cannot be that my first job can be of senior manager. I will join as associate analyst and all, and then I will rise to the ranks and then I will get to a senior position. Okay. So 10th house, work, authority, recognition, that also improves with time. 11th house is your income and gains, that also improves with time. Okay. 11th house is like your rewards, recognition, income and gains. My first salary cannot be in millions. My first salary cannot be in like this like lakhs of rupees and all. I have to start with the lower salary level, pay grades and all. Then I will rise the ranks. Okay, there are cases where like they get the first paycheck of millions. We get to hear the news that okay, this person joined this company at this package. No one tells us what happens after that. No news comes on that. Understand, like this is their beginning of their career, and how much I understood corporate is that if you are starting your career at the highest level of salary, then your career ended there, because no one will give you a higher salary than that. Okay. And that is another discussion we will have some other time, but this is what I feel. So these are like four houses, 3, 6, 10, 11. These are like Upacha houses, which grow with time because of the portfolio they carry. Then there is another house group called Marka houses. They are like second and seventh. Okay. Second and seventh are Marka houses. Okay. Why they are called as Marka houses? Right. Marka means the killer. Okay. The means the houses which can inflict physical death also. They can inflict death-like circumstances also, death-like situations also. Those type of situations like where you hear people saying that it is better to face death, or it is easier to face death, or easier to die than facing this situation in life. Such kind of situations are seen from the second house and seventh house. So it can inflict physical death also, but it can inflict like death like situations in also in life. Okay. Also like second house, if we want to understand in different ways. Okay. Second house is the house of family, wealth, and seventh house is the house of relationship. majority of our life is getting spent in either dealing with the family or wealth, securing the wealth prospect of life, or dealing with the partner. Okay, so we can say our life is getting killed in dealing with these two areas of life, second and seventh. Family, second house is family and wealth, seventh house is relationship. Okay. Another way of saying is that first house represents self, so it represents also ego. Okay. Second house is family, and seventh house is your relationship partner. In dealing with your family and your relationship, you have to let go of your ego time and again. It is death of ego time and again. Okay. You have to let go of your egoistic desires time and again. So it is like killing of that ego also. So Marika houses can be understood like either directly as a physical death related houses, and it is also like death like situations, or like this type of thing that our life is getting killed in dealing with these two houses, or our ego is getting killed in dealing with these two houses. Okay, so these are like main categorization of houses. Uh, Kendra house, Trikon house. Kendra houses are first, fourth, seventh, tenth. The pillar, okay, like you, yourself, your parents, and your partner. They are the pillars of your life. Then Trikon houses are first, fifth, ninth. Fifth is creativity, education. Ninth is higher education. So they are facilitators. Then Dushtana houses are 6, 8, 12. They represent some sort of challenges, some sort of obstacles in life. Then Upachya houses are 3, 6, 10, 11. They improve with time because of the kind of portfolio they have, because of the things they represent. Okay, they improve with time. Then second and seventh are like second and seventh are like Maraka houses. They either inflict the physical death or they inflict the death-like situation in life. Okay, it is like facing a very troublesome situation. What is the difference between the seventh and the eighth? Then eighth is death and rebirth. Okay, and seventh is the death. When we understand the houses in detail, we will understand the. Uh, right. Let me wipe it out. And we will understand two more things. So regarding that, like 11th house and income, and it also rises with time. We can also understand it like this. Suppose someone got like very high initial offer. Okay. So we can also say that initial offer from our perspective it is very high, but from that person's start perspective it can still be like low, and that person will also go to the higher level as he grows in life. Okay, as he gets the second job or promotion or recognition, his salary will get higher from there. So that can also be the way to understand. Largely, what I am seeing is that when you start at higher level of salary, the chances of going further higher are high. But it can be like my experience, not necessarily. Okay, so just that. Now again, if we make the chart, now further categorizations. Okay, first, fifth, and ninth are dharma houses. Dharma means righteous path, dharmic path, righteous path. First, fifth, and ninth houses and their planets placed there and all, they represent what dharmic path you are supposed to follow. What is your righteous path? Why you have taken birth in this life? What is your dharma? Okay, that is seen from first, fifth, and ninth houses. Okay, Second, 6th, and 10th are Eartha houses. In Hindu mythology, there are these are like four Purusharths: Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksha. So first, fifth, and ninth are Dharma houses. Second, sixth, and 10th are Artha houses. Artha, one literal translation is money also. Earth means money, economics, Earth Shastra. But other meaning of earth is purpose. Okay, what purpose you are fulfilling in this life, that also can be seen from these three houses: second house, sixth house, 10th house. So Dharma houses are 1, 5, 9. They show your righteous path. By following that righteous path, what purpose you are going to fulfill is seen from second, sixth, and 10th. Okay. Third is the Kama house. As I said, four Purushas: Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksha. So third categorization is of Kama houses. They are like third house, seventh house, 11th. Kama means desire. Okay, these are the houses of desire. Okay, whatever your desire. Okay, that is seen from like and this these Kama houses. It can be desire of buying a car. It can be desire of buying a huge home. It can be desire of buying any huge property, having a relationship, or becoming a monk. Also, that is also a desire. Okay, that is a in a spiritual field. That is a desire. Becoming a guru is also a desire. Okay, so whatever is your desire is seen from these three houses: third house, seventh house, 11th house. Okay, final categorization in this manner is like moksha houses: 4, 8, 12. Okay, 4, 8, 12 are moksha houses: fourth house, 8th house, and 12th house. Why? Because they represent the things like liberation, spirituality, occult mysticism, and all. They are related with that. Okay, dealing with the fourth house can represent something of a spiritual nature. Dealing with the eighth house is always like a spiritual, and 12th house is main house of the spiritual. So this is another categorization of houses: Dharma houses, Artha houses, Kama houses, Moksha houses. Dharma houses are 1, 5, 9. They help you in your finding your righteous path. Artha is like what purpose you are going to fulfill after following your righteous path is Artha houses, the purpose. Kama is the desire, what desire it will satisfy, that is third, seventh, and 11th. And moksha is like the final, the liberation part, the spiritual part of life. Okay. Final categorization is this. There are three gunas of the nature. I will post one session with my students on the gunas. Okay. I will post tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because that session may happen today evening. So there are three gunas of the nature: tamas, rajas, sattva. Okay, tamas is the destructive force, rajas is like creative force, and sattva is the sustaining force. We can also say tamas is body level, rajas is mind level, sattva is soul level. Okay, so first, second, third, fourth. Houses number 1 to 4 are body level houses. Okay, body level means the basic needs. Understand what first house represents: self, second house family and wealth, third house is your own efforts and expression and all, fourth is home. These are very basic needs we need. Okay, These are very basic needs to survive. So body level, these 4 houses help in survive and sustaining the body. Okay, first 4. So these are like these body level houses. Then mind level houses are 5, 6, 7, 8. Mind level. Why? Because what is the like representation of fifth house? Fifth house is love, romance. Seventh house is like a committed relationship. Sixth house is your daily work life, your job, your work, your business, and all, dealing with people there. And eighth house is your relationship benefits. All these things bring some sort of happiness to the mind. Okay, when I'm in relationship with someone, mind becomes happy. When I commit to that person, mind becomes happy. When I deal with like people at workplace and I get some recognition and all, I get some appreciation, or I defeat my like competitor. Okay, then I become happy. That is like sixth house. Okay, so there also mind becomes happy, and then eighth house is relationship benefits, business benefits, obviously. Like when I serve people and people appreciate me, then also mind. Uh, so these 4 houses are mind level houses, four ways, and then soul levels suffering. Okay, so first 4 houses are body level tamasic. Next 4 are mind level Rajasic, and last 4 are soul level Sattvic. Okay, they represent the soul level qualities. What is like ninth house? Ninth house is the house of religion, philosophy, literature, and all. Gurus, teachers, and that is it. The 10th house is the house of your recognition, fame, public image. Okay, how well recognized you are. 11th house is serving humanity. Okay, and 12th house is like spiritual. So if you see, very higher purposes are represented by these 4 houses, 9 to 12. Very base purposes are represented by first 4 houses, just for sustenance purpose. First 4 houses are just for sustenance. Okay, that body should sustain. After that, we should go out in the world and achieve something. That is mind level Rasic, and then we should move towards the spiritual side. That is soul level Sattvic. Okay, so this is also how we can understand houses. So these are like main categorization of houses, and this is where like this session was focused towards. Then this like in on Monday, I think I will like post another session on like how science fall over houses, and how a like basic astrological chart is made. Okay, I will post on that. There we need to have some information, some knowledge about from esoteric side like kundalini chakras and all. Then we will be able to understand. So that I will post on Monday, but there will be another session before that on gunas, either today or tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Let's meet next time.